Corporation Symposium 2021. This is our second Skills Corporation Symposium, and our host is the Ministry of Labor Workforce Development
That was
Agency.
proper. So,
COVID-19, many of our guests will join us in person, who will join us via online live stream event. So, begin our symposium, we'll to introduce our special guest and information regarding labor for that evening. Can join us next. Okay, we get here, our host, Minister of Labor. Ladies and gentlemen, please stand by for the Skills Cooperation Symposium. We shall begin very shortly. We are providing for you simultaneous interpretation your phone in both Mandarin and English. So please take your time to enjoy your conversation, but please do be seated when we begin officially. And please switch your cell phone to silent mode. Thank you very much. Ladies and gentlemen， 我们以热烈掌声来欢迎王安邦王次长莅临。次长好，次长好，次长好，大家热烈掌声欢迎次长好。
Welcome, Deputy Minister of the Ministry of Labor, Mr. Wang Anbang.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Skills Corporation Symposium. We shall begin our event very shortly. Thank you so much for joining us. In addition, we are providing for you simultaneous interpretation earphones, Mandarin and English. Thank you very much. And when we begin our event officially, please do switch your cell phone to silent mode. And because COVID is ongoing, please put your face mask on at all times during the event. Thank you so much. We begin in less than 2 minutes, according to the timer on screen. Thank you.
Distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, our symposium will begin shortly.
请大家全程佩戴口罩，谢谢大家。我们同时呢有提供同步翻译的口译的服务，佩戴耳机有中英英中的服务。1分钟之内马上准时开始第2届技能合作国际座谈会。欢迎各位长官的莅临。Thank you so much. Ladies and gentlemen, good day and welcome to Skills Corporation Symposium 2021. This is held in Taipei, and this is our second Skills Corporation Symposium. Now, our aim is to promote global skills exchange. And as COVID is still ongoing, many of our guests couldn't join us in person here in Taipei, so they're joining us via online live streaming methods. Now, as the MC to officially begin our symposium, I would like to take some time to introduce our VIP guests. And when introduced, please stand and wave your hand. And of course, for your information, we have originally invited the Minister of Labor, Madame Xu Mingchun, but she has a very busy schedule. So, ladies and gentlemen, introducing our VIP guests, please stand and wave your hand and face the camera. The camera with the red light on is the camera facing you. So, ladies and gentlemen, without further ado, please welcome our host, Deputy Minister, Ministry of Labor, Mr. Wang Anbang, Wang Cizang. Cizang hao. Thank you for joining us. Thank you. And now, ladies and gentlemen, please join us in welcoming Director General, Workforce Development Agency, also from Ministry of Labor, Cai Mengliang Shuchang. Shuchang hao. And welcoming our former Deputy Minister. Right now, he is our World Skills International Board Member. Please welcome Mr. Lin Zangui, Chang Li Shi. Chang Li Shi hao. Okay, now joining us on site includes many, many wonderful foreign representatives, our VIPs. Please welcome Deputy Representative from Representative Office in Taipei for Moscow Taipei Coordination Commission on Economic and Cultural Cooperation, Mr. Vladimir Konovalov. Welcome. Thank you for joining us. Spasiba. And now, ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Head of Trade and Investment, British Office Taipei, Madame Stephanie Ashmore. Welcome. Thank you, Madame, for joining us. Thank you. Also from British Office in Taipei, we have Senior Commercial Officer of Environment and Energy Infrastructure, Madame Karen Su, joining us. Welcome, Karen. Thank you for joining us. And please welcome, from Thailand Trade and Economic Office, Labor Division Director, Madame Praprawadi Kauthriripong. Thank you for joining us. Sadikap. And also from Thailand Trade and Economic Office, we have Labor Division Deputy Director also joining us, Madame Varatsuda Saradata. Sadikap. Thank you for joining us. Kapun Kap. And ladies and gentlemen, joining us includes our officials from the Ministry of Foreign Affairs, MILFA, Department of International Cooperation and Economic Affairs. We have Ambassador He Zhenhuan, He Dashi. Welcome. And now please welcome also from MILFA, which is Ministry of Foreign Affairs, Department of West Asian and African Affairs. We have Ambassador Hu Zhenhao Dashi. Welcome, Your Excellency. Welcome. Also from MILFA, we have Department of West Asian and African Affairs, Deputy Counselor Xiao Naichen Futanshi. Welcome, sir. Thank you for joining us. Also from MILFA, Department of International Organizations, we have Counselor Huang Junshen Tanshi. Welcome, sir. Thank you, sir. Ladies and gentlemen, welcoming from ICDF, which is International Cooperation and Development Fund, Director of International Education and Training Department, Cai Xiangwu Chuzang. 处长好. Okay, we have many guests on site right here with us. Please join me in welcoming from the Ministry of Labor, Workforce Development Agency, Deputy Director General Lin Hongde Fusu장. Fusu장好. Welcome, sir. And from the same department, from Ministry of Labor, we have Xie Qingyun, 组长好. Thank you, Mr. Xie, for joining us. And now, ladies and gentlemen, from Chinese Taipei, we have technical delegate, Mr. Chen Mingshan, 技术代表. Thank you for joining us. Thank you. Chen Zhuanmen Weiyuan, thank you. And from Chinese Taipei, we have restaurant service expert, Mr. Chen Wencong, 裁判长. Thank you for joining us. And now from WDA Skills Evaluation Center, we have Director Yang Guosheng 主任. 主任好. And on site joining us, we have many, many directors and officials from WDA. Please, all wave your hands. Thank you for joining us. Thank you very much. Thank you. Now, as Andy has mentioned, we have on-site guests and online guests. Moving on to introduction of our online guests, please join me in welcoming, right here on screen, please wave your hand, Mr. Chris Humphreys, World Skills International President and Chairman of the Board. Welcome. Thank you for waving your hand and smiling at us. Thank you. Now, ladies and gentlemen, also welcoming online, we have World Skills International Board Member, Mr. Michael K.K. Fong. Please wave your hand. Yes, right there. Thank you. Wonderful smile. Thank you. And now, ladies and gentlemen, welcoming Senior Youth Advisor of the African Union Commission, joining us online. Of course, on screen, Mr. Nicholas Oma. Welcome. And joining us in just a short while, who also has a very busy schedule, we have the Vice President of HRD and Official Delegate from Korea, Mr. Young Hyun Kim, to be joining us very shortly. Very shortly. He will join us, I promise you. And now, ladies and gentlemen, joining us is the Juniors Coordinator of World Skills Russia, Miss Aliya Lutfulina. Please wave your hand. Okay. Thank you. Thank you for joining us. And now, ladies and gentlemen, World Skills UK Deputy CEO joining us online, we have Mr. Ben Blackledge. Welcome, sir. Please wave your hand right there. Right below Aliyah. Thank you. And now, ladies and gentlemen, this is the technical delegate for Malaysia, Mr. Mohammed Zudi Ibrahim. Please wave your hand. Thank you, sir. Thank you for joining us. Terima kasih. And now, ladies and gentlemen, I have to mention many, many groups joining us online. They are the 5 directors of the 5 regional branches of WDA. They're joining us online. Now, also joining us online are the economies and countries of, I must mention all of them because they're all online watching this live streaming. They are Belarus, Belgium, Colombia, Costa Rica, France, Germany, India, Ireland, Kenya, Korea, Malaysia, Mexico, Morocco, Namibia, Thailand, Uganda, the United Kingdom, and Zambia. Thank you so much for joining us online. So, ladies and gentlemen, and now without further ado, please welcome for the opening remarks, please welcome Minister of Labor, Deputy Minister of the Ministry of Labor, Mr. Wang Anbang, Wang 次长，恭请次长为我们致辞 for the opening remarks. 次长好，次长好。
谢谢。
Thank you.
我们国际技能组织汉弗莱斯会长
President Humphreys of WSI,
冯常务理事
WSI Board Member Mr. Lin Sangui, WSI Board Member Mr. Feng,
金正代表
Mr. Oman,
俄罗斯技能
Mr.
组织
Kim,
拉夫丽娜女士
Ms.
英
Luflina,
国技能组织布莱克列切
Mr.
副执
Blackledge,
行长马来西亚技能组织易博汉技术代表
Mr. Ibrahim,
莫斯科台北经济文化协调委员会的康复代表
Mr.
英
Konovalov,
国在台办事处艾署长
Ms.
泰国
Ashmore
贸易经济办事处洪处长
Ms.
外交部的何大使
Kawachi
胡
Ropong,
大使黄
Ambassador
参
Hong,
还有我们国合会的
Ambassador
蔡
Hu
署长
Councillor
劳
Huang,
动力发展署蔡署长各位现场
Director Tsai,
及线上的贵宾
distinguished guests online and on-site, good afternoon.
今年是我国成立
This is
WSI 能力建构
the
中
third
心
year
的第3年
that we established the World Skills Capacity Building Center in Taiwan. This is also the second time we organize the symposium. Despite the pandemic, we have organized the symposium, and I really appreciate your attendance and participation. Thank you very much.
我国有句谚语说
We have a saying in Taiwan, it is better to learn a certain trade than to possess a large fortune. That means if you are a professional with skills, it will last a whole life. So for a country, talents with skills is important resources for country's development. And that is why the Ministry of Labor valued vocational training and talent cultivation. We encourage our young people to participate in world skill competitions. We also want them to bring back the latest technology, information of industry trades, cutting-edge skills, and best practices, so that all these trainings and skills can be passed down to next generations. Our minister has recently visited competitors who are about to join or participate in the world skill competitions. We want to show them that we will be their best supporter. And we also encourage them to face it with ordinary attitude because we will be their strongest supporter. All of them will be the glory of Taiwan and pride of Taiwan. All of the competitors have participated in national competitions and even regional competitions. We have organized the 51st national competition, and despite the fact that it cannot be open to the public, but we provide we organize the competition with the best prevention measures to make sure that participants can watch online and feel that they are also part of the competition. 2021 is the innovation year for World Skills International. In response to the impact of the pandemic, we are using innovative models to promote skills competition and upskilling. We are very honored to have representatives from World Skills International, African Union, World Skills Asia, and other member countries to share their best practices in skills development and also learned how to be innovative to minimize the impact of the pandemic. Finally, I wish today's symposium a great success, and I wish all our participants online and on-site good health and happiness. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Deputy Minister Wong. Thank you. Yes, Deputy Minister Wong is absolutely right in saying that COVID-19 will not stop our global skills exchange. One more round of applause for Deputy Minister Wong. 再次掌声，谢谢司长。恭请司长请入座。And now, ladies and gentlemen, also for the opening remarks, please join me in welcoming Director General of WDA and also the official delegate for Chinese Taipei, Mr. 蔡孟良署长。署长好。
Deputy Minister Wong, WSI President Mr. Humphreys, WSI Board Member Mr. Lin, WSI Board Member Mr. Feng, distinguished guests from Africa, South Korea, Russia, UK, Malaysia, Thailand, as well as our friends from our WSI partners, technical delegates, official delegates, experts, counselors, as well as all the distinguished guests from Ministry of Foreign Affairs, Ambassador Wu, Ambassador Hu, as well as International Cooperation Development Fund Director. A good afternoon to all of you. First, I would like to extend my warmest welcome to all the delegates and distinguished guests for joining us at today's Skills Cooperation Symposium. As all of you know, due to COVID-19, international travel is largely restricted. Facing such difficult time, we can still gather online and discuss skills development and challenges at today's symposium. In 2019, Chinese Taipei joined hands with WSI to establish the world's second capacity building center. With the WDA's 5 branches and 11 vocational training centers, we have initiated skill cooperation exchanges with other member countries. In 2020, Chinese Taipei overcame the impact of the pandemic through utilizing technology. We organized up to 100 online workshops to exchange skills with competitors and experts from other countries. We also made digital training videos for national experts from other countries to become experts at world skills competitions. Currently, we have completed the videos of 3 skills, including restaurant services, mechatronics, and automobile technology. This year, we will complete 3 more, namely fashion technology, cabinet making, and CNC turning. Last September, we held the first Skills Cooperation Symposium in a hybrid format with 21 guests from 19 countries participating. This year, we once again conquered the difficulties derived from the pandemic and organized this Skills Cooperation Symposium. We have more countries joining us, and we have more topics to be discussed today. Furthermore, we have signed a memorandum of understanding with World Skills UK and another one with Jamaica's Human Employment and Resources Training Trust and National Training Agency to work together to achieve excellence in skills development and continue to cooperate with World Skills family around the world for youth skills development. We look forward to more physical skills exchange and interactions in the near future. We want more youth to have exchanges and interact with each other. And we hope that in the future we can have more of such interactions. Although due to COVID-19, the pandemic has prevented the national skills competition from being held on the same scale as last year. Nonetheless, this year's competition will be held with the highest standards of COVID-19 prevention measures. We have overcome many challenges, and in September, we will host the national competitions at 19 venues with a total of 64 skills for youth and teenagers. The competition and award ceremony will be broadcasted live online so that the public can feel as if they are participating on site. We sincerely welcome all countries to join Taiwan's Skills Cooperation Exchange and to promote skills development, technical vocational education, and training together through innovative approach. I'm confident that this symposium will open new opportunities of cooperation between more countries. And once again, I would like to thank all delegates around the world for your unique insights and perspectives, which will contribute to this very fruitful symposium. I wish today's symposium a success and look forward to your continued cooperation with Chinese Taipei in making the world a better place through the power of skill. Thank you all.
Thank you so much, Director General Mr. Tsai. Yes, let's make the world a better place with our skills promotion. Director General Mr. Tsai has done a lot for skills promotion and for workforce development. Please, one more round of applause for Director General Mr. Tsai. 再次感谢署长，蔡署长，谢谢。Ladies and gentlemen, and now to speak to us is our VIP from online live streaming. Let us welcome WSI President, Mr. Chris Humphreys. Sir.
Dear Deputy Minister Wang and all our distinguished guests and colleagues, greetings and welcome to all the partners, supporters and builders of the skills movement joining us today. It is my pleasure to bring greetings from the entire World Skills Board. Thank you so much for the opportunity to be part of this important symposium designed to consider skills development and challenges in the post-pandemic era. We are all too aware of the havoc the pandemic has caused for so many. Right now, at the end of September 2021, we should all be fresh with memories of Shanghai and the 46th World Skills Competition. Instead, we must wait another year. But that necessary delay gives us a reason to look forward. And looking forward is something we will hear a lot about today. How to pick ourselves up and emerge stronger and more resilient than ever. At World Skills, we have declared 2021 the year of innovation, because innovation is what will carry us through this crisis. Innovation means finding new ways and new ideas to support the hundreds of millions of young people who depend on us for their future. Innovation is at the heart of skills. It is what drives human progress. You cannot have one without the other. It is the green shoots that emerge after a long and bitter winter. And looking around this gathering today, I see it everywhere. It's actually hard to know where to start when I look for the heroes of our year of innovation. But let's begin right here with the efforts of World Skills Chinese Taipei, so generously supported by the Ministry of Labour and the Workforce Development Agency. 2 years ago, we established the second of our World Skills Capacity Building Centres in Chinese Taipei, with the noble goal of sharing the wealth of experience of one of our oldest members with those who it would most benefit, especially the developing world and Africa. COVID-19 has not stopped the work of the capacity building centres, with virtual training sessions across multiple time zones that often involve being early to rise or late to bed, and a series of excellent training videos on YouTube, free for everyone to benefit. That willingness to go the extra mile is typical of the efforts our members and partners have made to keep our mission on track and to ensure that skills really do make a difference. In the few minutes left, I'd like to pay tribute to some others here today. World Skills Russia, our hosts for World Skills Kazan 2019, who have followed up that wonderful competition with some brilliant innovations in virtual training and testing that offer a lesson to us all. There's our first capacity building center in Korea, which has also maintained its vital work of sharing skills and world-class standards. And World Skills Africa and the African Union, who, under the most difficult conditions, continue to expand their pioneering work amongst that continent's young men and women who have so much to gain with the right support. It is this spirit of determination and creativity that we have seen right across our membership of 85 countries, each contributing to a year of innovation that demonstrates that the worst of times can bring out the best in people. I'd like to finish by thanking our hosts in Chinese Taipei for bringing us all together with a reminder that we are truly a global community, and also to thank every one of you for your hard work and firm support in the belief that skills can and will continue to change lives. We should also see that today is a time not to look back, but to look forwards and to look ahead to next September and World Skills Shanghai 2022. I hope you will all be there so I can thank you and welcome you all in person. For the moment, keep up the good work and continue to show and share the power of skills to the world. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, WSI President Mr. Humphreys. Thank you. The worst of times will bring out the best in people. Ladies and gentlemen, I have 4 World Skills Fellows to speak to us, to give us their warm wishes. They are Ms. Grace Leung, WSI Secretariat, Mr. Farha Al-Suwadi, CEO WSA, Mr. Dwayne Bent, Official Delegate from Jamaica, and Mr. Hassan Ajarkaf, WSI Expert Faculty Member and former Technical Delegate from Morocco. VCR.
Hello everyone. One of the most valuable parts of the World Skills movement is our passion and commitment to finding solutions for students and trainers to continue learning and teaching. There are many great examples from the work that our members and partners work with you today. And I'd just like to say congratulations to World Skills Chinese Taipei for hosting this webinar. And I wish everyone lots of success and inspiration at this event.
Good morning, evening everyone. And Secretary, I would like to extend my warm greeting to all of you. Proudly, we can say that we overcome the hard time and the consequences of COVID-19. It gave us an opportunity to change, develop, and adopt, which lead to a successful online friendly competition, friendly skills games in 2021. So I would like to thank you for allowing us to share our experience and wish all the best in the Cooperation Symposium 2021.
On behalf of World Skills Jamaica, I take great pleasure in offering sincere congratulations to the delegates and other members of World Skills Chinese Taipei team on this skills development webinar. With a focus on shared best practices, encouraging innovation and creative thinking, we are confident that this will raise greater awareness of technical skills education as a catalyst for the recovery and sustainability of the world economy. Once again, congratulations.
Hi everybody. What a great news to hear that Chinese Taipei is holding Skills Cooperation Symposium today. As the World Skills Expert Faculty, I would like to congratulate the Chinese Taipei team and wish you all the best with the event. It's been always a pleasure to collaborate with you. I have been to Taiwan many times as technical delegate from Morocco, and I can say that we learned a lot from our cooperation. Looking forward to work together in the future. I wish this event successful and productive. Thank you very much.
All right, thank you very much for these wonderful well wishes. Ladies and gentlemen, dear guests, it is time now for our group photo, okay? Please, our guest, when called upon, please take your seat according to your names. Please welcome our Deputy Minister Wang Anbang, Wang Zizang. 恭请次长请入席，我们进行大合照。Please welcome Director General Mr. 蔡孟良，恭请蔡署长请入座，我们进行大合照。Please welcome World Skills International Board Member Mr. 林三桂常务理事。Please take your seat for the group photo. Also, of course, welcoming Mr. Vladimir Konovalov, welcoming Madame Stephanie Ashmore. Welcoming Madame Prapravati Kasiripong. Please welcome He Dashi. Please welcome Hu Dashi. Please welcome Huang Canshi. Please welcome Lin Hongde 副处长. Please welcome 谢青云组长. Please welcome 陈明山专门委员. Please welcome 陈文聪我们的裁判长. Please take your seat, and we have our guest online, on screen. So this is on-site and online group photo together. 来，我们请摄影师，动态摄影师先做第一波。
So we will first take a video photo.
All wearing face masks, but we smile through our eyes. Wonderful. This is a video photo. Now, still photo. 静态摄影师，大卫摄影师. Everybody, line of eyesight toward him. Thank you. This is first photo. Just smile. Second photo, thumbs up. Everybody, thumbs up, please. Thumbs up for Skills Cooperation Symposium. Done. Thank you. Thank you. That is not all. Please stay. We have group photo part 2. Okay. More guests for second row. Where is second row? Second row is where Andy is now. Please stand. Okay. Ladies and gentlemen, please, all the guests for our group photo together. This way we have everyone for group photo part 2. Thank you for joining us. Thank you so much. Same thing. We scan video photo first, and then still photo. 来，动态摄影师 scanning video photo. Smile, smile, smile. We smile through our eyes. Yes, thank you so much. This is a wonderful moment. Joining forces together for skills exchange. 来，大会摄影师静态的 smile first. Second photo, thumbs up. Thumbs up. Skills Cooperation Symposium, 赞！劳动部赞！劳动力发展署赞赞赞 ！Thank you, thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Good job. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Great photo, great photo. Please be seated. Thank you so much. Thank you. 谢谢谢谢 Thank you, everyone. And now we could get on with our symposium. Ladies and gentlemen, in fact, as you may know already, this is our second symposium for Skills Cooperation Symposium. Now, to recap the first Skills Cooperation Symposium, I would like to take you down memory lane, VCR. Last year's. That was last year's Skills Cooperation Symposium. So thank you so much for joining this year's 2021 Skills Cooperation Symposium. And to let you get to know more about Chinese Taipei, here's a short animation.
Chinese Taipei prizes youngsters' skill development, a part of national competitiveness. In 1970, Chinese Taipei became the 14th member of World Skills International. In 1993, Chinese Taipei hosted the World Skills Competition. Chinese Taipei showcases the world its fruit of skill development. On March 13, 2019, Chinese Taipei launched the world's second World Skills Capacity Building Center. We shine on the global stage. Love to partner with Chinese Taipei? 6 skills categories are available for collaborative efforts. Potential countries may send collaborative proposals to Chinese Taipei Technical Delegate. African and developing countries may contact Chinese Taipei technical delegate for future cooperation. Proposals should be sent 2 months before the individual event starts. Cooperation could be conducted by skills training, skills exchange, skills consultation, as well as others. Once the procedure is completed, skills exchange could proceed. We may also send experts and competitors to partner countries for skills sharing. Taiwan experts and competitors may conduct on-site skills cooperation, improving our world with the power of skills through World Skills Capacity Building Center.
Yes, that is correct. Improve our world through skills improvement. Ladies and gentlemen, and now moving on to our symposium, I would like to introduce our moderator for this event. The background of our moderator, he is the WSI board member right now. He has been devoting himself to the vocational education and training since the year 1980. 1980. But he's still very young. I promise you, he looks still very young. And he is right now serving as the WSI board member. He was the Deputy Minister of the Ministry of Labor from 2019 to 2021. And right now, he is also the Vice President for External Affairs of World Skills Asia. Ladies and gentlemen, please join me in welcoming Mr. Lin Sangui as our moderator.
Thank you, Andy. Dear distinguished guests, dear colleagues, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to join the symposium today. I hope you still can see my smile face under my mask. The COVID-19 pandemic has brought unprecedented challenges for the world. WorldSkills International and all member countries and the region have spread no efforts in innovating different approach and transforming policy to continue the momentum of the skill development. WorldSkills has named this year, 2021, the year of innovation. In addition to the power of the skill that we have long been promoting, we hope to further exchange and spread the precious experience of innovation in skill development among the WorldSkills family around the world through this symposium. With the experience learned today and the continuous encouragement passed on to youth for developing their skills, we can take a leap forward to sustainable skill development. Today, we are pleased to see the representatives from WorldSkills International, WorldSkills Asia, and WorldSkills members gathering here to share their view on skill development from the international, regional, and the national angles. The WorldSkills board member will talk us through the future strategy and the challenge concerning the impact of the pandemic. In recent years, WorldSkills has been constructing our work in Africa for stronger region skill development, including through the organizing of the WorldSkills Africa Skill Competition 2022. The representatives of the African unions will briefly elaborate the skill competition's impact on regional skill development. Next, we will hear the representatives from 3 WorldSkills Capacity Building Center, the essential platform for facilitating international skill cooperation. The collaboration between capacity building centers can benefit countries around the world with their experience in skill development and the relevant resource, which include the latest information and the best practice. We will start with the representative of WorldSkills Korea to learn about the challenge and achievement in international cooperation. Then, the representative of WorldSkills Russia will share the best practice of the junior skill competition. Before we move on to the sharing from the Chinese Taipei, we will have the representative of the WorldSkills UK share the Center of Excellence project and innovative approach in Tibet. This year, WorldSkills UK has started its partnership with the 3 capacity building centers. The Center of Excellence definitely can provide us great example of innovation in skill development. Next, we will have the representative of Chinese Taipei share the progress in international cooperation with example of the skill cooperation under the Capacity Building Center project. And the final sharing will be from the representative of WorldSkill Malaysia. We will learn how the WorldSkill Asia competition 2023 is organized and how they design different skill competitions, with some conduct physically and other online. Lastly, we will have the panel discussion where all the speakers and attendees can exchange view and thought. I hope all of you here and learn at the symposium can inspire you to create a new method and think in brand new ways. Let's keep up the good work in cooperation and change the world with the power of skill. Now I will hand over to Andy to proceed the program today. Thank you.
Thank you. Aye, aye, sir. Thank you, Mr. Lin. Thank you for this wonderful opening. And to speak to us right now is online, we have Mr. Michael K.K. Fong. He has been the director of WorldSkills Hong Kong since the year 2006. He was elected to the WorldSkills Board in 2013. He has over 23 years of experience, and his topic today would be WSI skills development and strategy online. Please take us away, Mr. Fong. Lei Ho.
Hello, yeah. Hello, Honorable Mr. Wang, Director and Official Delegate Mr. Chai, President Humphreys, and also my best friend, San Gui. It is my great pleasure and honor to represent WorldSkills International to speak something, and especially on how the skill development and strategy of the WSI in the pandemic year. In fact, it is important that President Humphreys mentioned about the year of innovation. During the pandemic, it is, a challenge for all of us, especially for the 85 members of the WorldSkills International, and that is important that we have to face the challenge. But how to turn this challenge into opportunity is important. So our president said, it is looking forward, it is not looking backward. Also, how to turn the the challenge to be strength and resilient. We must be strong and resilient enough. So the year of innovation is important. And for the WorldSkills, we present the opportunity to develop new programs and implement initiatives that offer our young people and their teachers contact the capacity building during the pandemic. And let's see, it is a series of key resources and of innovation will be our member and partners and their stakeholders. WSI will support, promote, facilitate, and connect and enable the work of our members. Next slide, please. Yes, I just mentioned about this. And that's important that our member and partners, while quality assuring the use of the WorldSkills brand and WorldSkills occupational standards. I will mention this later. Next slide, please. The impact, the importance of Year of Innovation for our members and for WSI is delivering wet training during the pandemic and promoting skills, trades, and technology as the first choice career options, preparing and running a national skills competition during the pandemic, managing and preparing national teams, especially despite that, Shanghai will be held a year later, and it's important for all experts and competitors to have preparation and preparing and running international skill challenges. Why we call it international skill challenge and not competition? Because we do not want to mix it up with the original scheduled competition, and this challenge will be just fit to our theme that it is a cooperation between members, so they can have skill challenges between themselves and also exchange skills. For next slide, please. Other than the year of innovation, President Humphreys also proposed and led us, to have an impact statement. This is one of very important skill development and strategies in WSI and also among our members. The impact statement initiative was approved in the GA last year, and it needs an impact statement to help better communicate the value of the World Skills Study, and a working group has been created. The impact statement development survey, it will be a biannual member survey, was conducted in August to September. It's just completed, with many of our members return their data and facts and figures. So it is important for us to analyze and proceed on the impact statement. So next slide, please. Let's see the impact statement for members, partners, and stakeholders. On the left-hand side, you can see the impact statement of World Skills. And then for individual members, they can have their impact statement. So you can see Australia and, impact statement XX. And this will be, collected through biannual survey and interviews. Survey is, mainly on the facts and figures, and interviews will also collect, qualitative and quantitative information and data. So there will be facts and figures, and also data and statistics, and also research and stories. The most important, and also we have started very successfully many of the stories of our members, and it is important for reference for other members. So the impact stories, next slide, please. You can see this figure on the impact stories. Next, please. Yeah, the impact story is, a cumulative data bank of stories of many successful stories of our competitors, of our experts, and vet teachers, so that they could be of very good examples for other members or other followers to follow. So this is important for us to build up a data bank for reference, especially with impact on our members, and so that members can implement their training plan, their development plan, and how the skills could be further developed. So next slide, please. That's the impact statement. Let's see the statement of intent. It's our intention of, how the impact statement should be, and also how useful it will be. We intended to make this diversity and strength. We intend to work with members that are ready to share information today. The more information we can share, the richer the result. So if we all take part in whatever way we can, then we will shape this project in a way that it makes easier for all others to follow in the future. So it will be, the impact statement will be very useful, and also for members' reference, and that who would like to, follow this path. Also, we intend to work quickly, openly, and iteratively, and turn the information provided into rich data and stories. Information is power. Information is what we can create more opportunity and lead the way for our younger generation. So they can be used to best support each of our goals. It is our intention to create a process and deliver outputs that quickly attract the young, attract the ongoing contribution of all our members. Next slide, please. Also, we are evidencing our impact so we can show how investment in skills excellence can turn some of the humanity's toughness challenge into future opportunities. As I said, turn the challenges into opportunity. That is our strategy and our goal, especially through members for the younger generation. And it built a global hub that proves the impact of skills excellence for the industry, government, and young people. And next slide, please. I will talk on the World Skills Occupational Standards Development Center. And originally, we have the World Skills Standard Specification. And we changed the name to the WSOS, the Occupational Standards, because we have the vision and mission. And as the president said, we're always looking forward. And this is important, especially the World Skills and can establish and sustain the value of one of its own valuable asset. It is not just skills specifications, but it will become the occupational standards, especially the International Labour Organization and many of the, the international bodies, they start to recognize our occupational standards. This center will be proposed in General Assembly 2021. That is, in the next month, we will have the General Assembly, and the proposal will be, passed by the General Assembly to be established the center. And as a start, Skills Finland has agreed to kickstart the center with the World Skills International. And of course, we will look forward to have more members to participate and share out the work and work jointly on the WSOS. And this WSOS Development Center will safeguard the relevancy and the usefulness of the WSOS by overseeing the biennial update through consultation and research, and also maintaining the quality and credibility of the WSOS through professional development, drafting, editing, and proofreading. And also it will support the continuous improvement and development of the world skills by advising on two major issues: the relative value of occupation for inclusion in the competition at the world skills competition. And also we always mention about the skills in, skills out. And this will be the impact of labor market change on existing competition scope, authenticity, and value. That is the skills in, skills out. So the WSOS Center will ensure the proper and effective use of WSOS by internal and external stakeholder partners through guidance, protocols, and verifications. And in partnership with global partners and other respect organizations and companies, use the WSOS as a tool for supporting wet and wider socio-economical development for members. And it helps sustain respect for world skills by continuing engagement with international research communities. And also it takes advantage of financial and other resources to contribute to other organizations, complementary goals, and advance the scope of the center for benefit of the World Skills membership and greater good. So because the symposium mainly mentioned about the cooperation, so I do not mention about our skill development, especially part and parcel will be covered by Sangui on Africa, and also mainly is regular and ongoing work of the Vision 2025. And so I just pick out several major steps or major moves that we have done in this year, especially during the pandemic, concerning cooperation. And last but not the least is the resources for skills development. It is important that World Skills promote, sharing of resources. And next slide, please. Yes, sharing of resources and on reports, papers, videos, and other useful materials of members. So this is a very good cooperation among members because we have 85 members. And focusing on activities in 2020 and 2021, that is during the pandemic, it rightly, fit into the theme of today is the cooperation of our members, skill cooperation within the pandemic period. So you can see all these organizations, including World Skills members, WorldSkills partners, and also international organizations such as UNESCO, UNIDO, and all the information are contained in the WorldSkills website, of which you can visit. Everyone or every of our members can visit this website to get the information for reference, especially, and you can contact or connect to the relevant members for future and further cooperation. And so the coordinator is Oliver Dublé, and you can always, get in touch with him through email, and the email address is in the bottom of the slide. So that ends my report on the WorldSkills skills development and strategy, of which I, pick up very important steps and points that WorldSkills has done in the pandemic period, directly related to the theme that is skill cooperation among members throughout the world. Thank you very much. Back to you, moderator Xiangwei. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Mr. Feng. Doze, for your wonderful presentation. Next topic is about African Regional Skills Competition and Skills Development. The speaker, he is a Senior Youth Advisor from the African Union Commission, Department of Education, Science, Technology, and Innovation. Now, prior to this position, he served as the County Director of Youth Development in Kenya, where he coordinated youth skills development and empowerment initiatives across the entire country of Kenya. Ladies and gentlemen, to speak to us about African skills competition and skills development is Mr. Nicholas Umar. Please.
Thank you so much, moderator, for that amazing introduction. Distinguished guests, all protocols observed, I'm really honored to be presenting at this symposium and glad to have joined you here. Next slide, please. So about African Regional Skills Competition and Skills Development Agenda, I'll start by the African members of WorldSkills International. We have Tunisia, we have Morocco and Egypt to the north. We also have the Republic of Kenya, Uganda, the east and the southern region. We have South Africa, Namibia, and also Zambia, and also we have to the west, Ghana. Next slide, please. With regards to the strategic partnership with Memorandum of Understanding that we signed between the African Union and WorldSkills in 2019, whose critical objectives were building the foundations and capacity for institutionalizing WorldSkills Africa. The issue of capacity building with skills competition, entrepreneurship implementation, underpinned by science, technology, and innovation. And then the Continental Education Strategy for Africa, we commonly call it CESA 1625, with a critical issue on the expansion of TVET opportunities across the continent. And of course, the TVET strategy with a paradigm shift on fostering youth employment, skills development to foster youth employment. The other strategic aspect of the Memorandum of Understanding was establishing multilateral partnerships for skills development and excellence in Africa, and also sharing best practices and lessons through conferences and other major events, including where we are today, the Skills Symposium. Next slide, please. The past engagements with WorldSkills has been several and encouraging. The first engagement was at the WorldSkills Abu Dhabi in 2017, Then the Africa Skills Competition in Kigali, where we had 6 countries participating and 7 skills that were part of the event. And then World Skills Kazan, where our Commissioner, Her Excellency Sarah Anyang Agbo, was part of the conference. At the moment, we have ongoing capacity build, so looking forward to participation at the World Skills Africa in Swakopmund, Namibia in 2022. Next slide, please. With regards to capacity building that has been ongoing virtually, this is aimed at increasing the knowledge and hands-on experience for skills competition.
I hope we don't lose him, but we could still see his PowerPoint. It's the internet connection.
Management and skills training of national of skills excellence. Then we aim to build, the next was World Skills International experts who are expected to continue training, and then the key outputs including benchmarking of occupational standards and identifying the gaps. Next slide, please. Next slide. At the moment, before that, please. Slide before that. Yes, we have ongoing programs, including the Skills Initiative for Africa, which is a program aimed at employment-oriented skills development agenda in the continent, where we have the development of African Continental Qualification Framework, skills anticipation and matching. We also have the financial component window and the technical component. With regards to coordination, we have the coordination of the TVET cluster. This is a coalition of partners working on skills development agenda in Africa. And then World Skills Africa expected to be undertaken next year. Along this, we have the Be Change Maker Africa that is ongoing, and building of programs on skills competition. Then the next slide, which is my last slide, is on way forward, is to develop and strengthen partnerships with other World Skills International members and global partners. A key component of this is maybe through the One Country, One African Friend initiative to promote skills development in Africa, strengthening experience sharing and capacity building initiatives to include expert exchange program, and lastly, partnership towards World Skills Africa in Swakopmund, Namibia in March next year. If we are to promote skills excellence in Africa, capacity building, and this is where we really encourage partnership with colleagues and other international experts from the World Skills International. Thank you. Over to you, moderator, and my apologies for the challenges with connectivity.
Thank you, Mr. Nicholas Zuma. Thank you. A wonderful presentation. We made it. We made it through the internet connection. Ladies and gentlemen, and now to speak to us is on the topic of Skills Corporation Effort and Challenge. This is the official delegate for Korea, HRD Vice President. He is the official delegate of Korea and currently worked at the Ministry of Employment and Labor. He is also the Vice President of Competency Development and International Cooperation of Human Resource Development Service of Korea, and he will be giving us an update on the World Skills Capacity Building Center in Korea. Please welcome Mr. Young-Hyun Kim. 안녕하세요.
I'm Young-Hyun Kim, the official delegate of World Skills Korea. First of all, I am very pleased to participate in this symposium and present the case of Korea at the Year of the Innovation. World Skills Korea has been working hard to improve the capacity of the national competence and other members and to raise the global human resource. However, due to the COVID-19, the way of skills cooperation is changing a lot nowadays. I'd like to present Korea case of how international exchange and skills cooperation are being carried out and what direction we would like to go forward compared to before. Next, please. The presentation consists of two parts. The first is the skills cooperation effort, and the second is the change in the post-pandemic era. Next, please. First, I will explain the skills cooperation effort. Next, please. In order to build teamwork and skills networks for youth, Korea had conducted field training overseas. It's a building cooperative relationship between members, as well as for helping competitors improve the World Skills competition. World Skills Korea supported the field training of 97 competitors in 22 skills from 8 countries in 2018. Next, please. Also, in 2019, we did field training exchanges for 170 Korean competitors of the 43 skills in 11 countries. Through this field training, we achieved effects such as strengthening the networks among international experts, raising youth masters by exchanging competitors' capacities. Next, please. Next is the skills exchange held in Korea. We had invited other countries to our national skills competition, held the training session of the experts and competitors, and toured the industries. Mainly, we present how we run skills competition, and all members shared the experience of their system and competency building program. Next, please. As you know, Korea, Thailand, and Japan have persisted skills competition project to the strengthening friendly relations. We held the friendly competitions through this opportunity and discovered the best practice through observing the competitions and meeting up the local companies. We could benchmark cases together. Sadly, in the case of 2020, due to the COVID-19, we can't do the online field training or skills exchange. Next, please. Next is the ODA program, capacity building program of skills competition. World Skills Korea has supported partner countries for developing sustainable skills development, narrowing the skills gap, and contributing to the socio-economic growth. Next, please. On the 2018 and 2019, before the pandemic era, we have dispatched experts to the 5 countries for 30 skills 7 times. Next, please. In addition, experts and the competitors were invited to Korea for skills training together. We shared knowledge and offered the study tour programs about the skills cooperation competition system. Through this, we could support 90 people of 41 skills. Next, please. So far, we have talked about the skills cooperation before the COVID-19 situation. From now, I will introduce about the current progress, direction, and goal of the World Skills Korea. Next, please. After the pandemic, the communications method has shifted to non-face-to-face technologies such as remote, online, and virtual. There are many advantages using the online method. The first one is we can easily expand the scale of participation. And the second one is we can access and share utilized materials through various platforms beyond time and place restriction. Please, next please. By maximizing these merits, I will talk about how Korea operated field training and skills exchange after the COVID-19. After the canceling face-to-face exchange in 2020 and finding alternative ways, we found their competitors could do their work and the experts also could score them through the online system. The online-friendly competitions and the webinar are increasing, in which many member countries, including Korea, participate more and more. We are also planning for the online competition. Next, please. Also, in order to establish the continuous partnership in the TBAT among the member countries, Korea and the UK signed a business agreement in this May. We also reached the consensus for the common development by online. We had laid the foundation for non-face-to-face cooperation through the joint support for the skills competitions in developing countries, joint training of competitors and the experts, joint hosting of workshop and seminar, and information exchange through the joint Tibet-related research. Next, please. Next, I will tell you how the capacity building programs of skills competition has changed after the pandemic era. Adding online support, we had expanded the support of the participation target and the scale this year and the support to appreciate the need of each country. First, we are holding a knowledge sharing webinar. The contents are to help prepare and operate the skills competition, select and train for world skills competitions, and provide a forum for field running. In addition, there is online knowledge sharing programs to teach training methods and skills by matching mentor-mentee, help establish the related role on a national skills competitions. Lastly, we are operating video skills transfer training and live streaming lecture. We develop and utilize the content of skills competitions, task, and the training. In particular, training content is accessible on YouTube and anyone can watch. Next, please. So far, I have talked about the Korean skills cooperation and challenges. Although it's still in the early stage, I believe that these changes will proceed in a better direction. World Skills Korea will do our best to contribute to the world skills community as a member. Thank you for everyone, and concludes the presentation over. Thank you again.
Thank you, sir. 감사합니다. To official delegate for Korea and HRD Vice President, Mr. Young-Hyun Kim. Thank you so much. Ladies and gentlemen, moving on, this is topic number 4, speaker number 4. She is the junior coordinator for World Skills Russia. She is very experienced in juniors competition and very passionate in helping youths to develop their careers and their skills excellent. She's an excellent and wonderful mentor to the young people. Please welcome our 4th speaker on the topic of junior skills development and challenge, Madame Alia Lutfulima. Доброе утро.
Hello. Good morning, dear all, dear excellencies, ladies and gentlemen. I'm really grateful to be here and to represent this topic. So I hope I will be short and vivid in these 10 minutes. So next slide, please. Okay, so I will talk shortly about juniors movement and projects that we have. Yes, then the situation that pandemic has created for juniors development in general. Then a little bit about the development nowadays, the project that we had last year and this year, and also the upcoming events. Next, please. Yeah, so Juniors movement in general is targeting each school child to consciously choose their profession, yes, and we aim to inspire and motivate young people to develop a passion for skills through competitions and different activities that we organize. Juniors movement was launched in 2014, and we created some tri-skill activities first, and then also first competitions. And if you remember, last time international competition we had in 2019 in Kazan, and we gathered 13 countries together. So that was really an excitement event for us. And today we have 101 skills for juniors, not only skills that we usually have in World Skills International, but also like photography and some future skills that we call them. And we join 80 regions of Russia out of 85 participating in this juniors movement. Next, please. So these are the projects that we organize. So World Skills Juniors in Russia for us, it's not only about competitions, but we also provide career guidance, tri-skill, junior skills camp, and juniors competition. Next. So here I will just shortly describe what we do. Yes, so career guidance, it's about online tests and recommendation system that we created for our children. Yes, so it's just the test that they take based on their personal interest. We check their soft skills and their ability to choose. Yeah, and after that we create some recommendation. Next. So tri-skill activities, we provide them separately and also within national competition and also regional competitions. So I think tri-skill is a well-known activity, yes, not only in Russia, but also in World Skills worldwide. Next, please. The Junior Skills Camp, this is an activity that lasts 7 up to 21 days, and it is the combination of educational program. Yes, for example, if you want to study graphic design, yes, you go and study there for 7 days, and plus you have some interactive activities, yeah, like lessons, games. You meet with industrial partners, you talk to some companies. So this is really exciting event for children that we provide usually during summertime and during holiday for children. Next. And if the child is really eager to try himself and to compete, yeah, he can join for juniors competition. So we have some, on the left side, we have national competitions. Yes, it's not only World Skills national competition finals, but also some different types of formats that we provide. It's digital skills, where you can see only digital skills, yes, and World Skills High Tech. This is more about cooperation with industrial partners. And on the right side, you can see all the competitions where juniors participated. Yeah, so from Abu Dhabi we started, and thank you for Emirates, yes, for providing this opportunity. And the coming event is going to be in St. Petersburg. It's Euroskills in 2023. Next, please. So when the pandemic has happened, it was really a challenge for us to continue with providing any competitions, any activities for juniors, yes, because, next please. We had global shutdown, the school closure, yeah, and the social distance. So, but I think that every challenge, every crisis, yes, it's an opportunity for the education sector to unite and forge some connections across countries and continents. And this is what we did. So basically we provided, we created some new types and solutions to continue running juniors. So for competition, we tried hybrid format of competition. We used online tools and also walking sites. Then we created online camps for school children, yes, before it was only offline. And the second thing, we provided some tutorials and masterclasses that we called online program, Watch and Learn, with World Skills Russia national team. Next, please. And so we developed accessible activities with school children that can be used to motivate and inspire students all over the world. Yes, not only in Russia. And here you can see some activities that we did last year and this year, national and international. Yeah, so there were competitions, there were some skills camps, juniors talk, where we wanted to invite our international guests, yes, and just to analyze the situation regarding juniors in different countries, yes, because we have different approaches, and it is really interesting to learn what kind of approach is used in other countries. Next, please. So here you can see some activities that we did online, from the camp to online juniors talk. Next. And this is one of the latest projects that we did for Tibet Council Barbados. So they reached us saying that they really want to empower their juniors to create something interesting. So, and we came out with the Future Skills Camp, yes, because Barbados was interested in these skills. And we chose 5 skills: aerial robotics, 3D digital game art, Internet of Things, BEAM, and mobile app development. And during 5 days, children, they participated in interactive online lessons, games. They had also some mini competition at the end, yes. And everything was really fun and excited, because we understood it when we got the comments and feedbacks from the parents and the students who participated in this event. Next, please. So here you can see some pictures. So every day we took a picture at the end of the event, and also this is the schedule from the Internet of Things. Next. And we understand that everything we do is not in vain, because when you get these kind of comments, yeah, this kind of feedback from the parents that says that thank you for these kind of activities, that for taking care of youth, and we were really happy to create something, like to create joint projects with Barbados, even if we were 7 hours. 7 hours departed us, yes, but we did the project, and that was really great. Next, please. And these are some upcoming events that we're going to have still in November. In 2021, yes. So first is International Skills Camp. It's going to be in English, like in Barbados, and for complete beginners. Yeah, 3 days for complete beginners who would like to learn the skill, whether it's aerial robotics, graphic design, or web technologies. And the second thing is going to be electrical installations workshop. This idea came from our expert, who really wants to develop his skill and especially start from juniors, yes. And what I want to do, I want to invite you all for these events, yes. If you have juniors, if you want your juniors to try something new, to try to cooperate online, yes. So please join. I would be really, really glad to see you there. Next, please. And here some details, yes, if you want to contact me for any cooperation or any activities that you want to propose. Thank you very much. I was really glad to see you all there, and good luck to other participants. Thank you.
And we thank you very much. Spasiba, Madame Lutfalima. Thank you. Moving on, our next speaker will talk to us about the development of skills excellence. Joining us is World Skills UK Deputy CEO, Mr. Ben Blackledge. Ben, are you online now? Great, take us away. Ben, all yours.
Brilliant. Distinguished guests and delegates, good morning or good afternoon, depending on where you are in the world. It is a real privilege to be with you this morning in the UK, to talk you through a bit about the journey that World Skills UK have been on over the last few years, and particularly the Centre of Excellence, which is for us a really exciting development that speaks to the core of who we are as an organisation and what we are trying to do and what we believe the World Skills movement more broadly is trying to do. So next slide, please. So I thought it was useful just to give you a kind of overview in terms of who we are as an organisation and what our mission is within the UK. And so you'll see it says we use international best practice to raise standards in apprenticeships and technical education so more young people and employers succeed. Now, the thing you might notice there is that there is no reference to competitions. That is not because competitions aren't important. They are absolutely at the heart of what we do. But for us in the UK, we wanted to, I guess, shift the focus for how we are viewed in the UK and in the UK sector to focus on quality and on driving standards and on improving standards through the power of competitions and almost more importantly through the power of the World Skills International Network. So a couple of points. So we are a partnership of the government, of education and of employers. And that's a really important relationship. We think if you are going to drive skills development and improve quality, then you need to have all of those three stakeholders on board. In the UK, as I'm sure in lots of other countries, there is a perception problem with TVET. And we in the UK are passionate about the fact that vocational education is an amazing route for a fruitful career, that it is a key driver for economic strength. And so we as an organisation are a strong advocate for that in the UK and obviously internationally as well. We are building our current programme on the years of being involved in World Skills. So we have been a member of World Skills for over 60 years. We've had the privilege of working with a number of you over that period. And we want to use that as a way of showing that actually there are, yes, things that others can learn from us in the UK, but more importantly, there is so much that we in the UK can learn from the community. And so that is something that we are bringing much more to the fore as we talk about who we are and what we do. And finally, it's been mentioned in a couple of presentations this morning, our relationship with the international community of World Skills is hugely important. And so we were really excited this year to sign a Memorandum of Understanding with HRD Korea and Chinese Taipei to develop greater collaboration and cooperation to make sure that both the UK and the members that we're working with can see the value and the benefit of that exchange of ideas, of expertise, of information. So as an organisation, that is who we are, that is what we do, that is why we exist. And I just want to talk you through kind of the three areas of our work before I go on to the Centre of Excellence. So next slide, please. So we have three strands of work: innovate, develop, and inspire. So you'll notice that a couple of those are fairly similar to the World Skills International pillars, and that's on purpose because we think it should be really well aligned with what's going on in the movement as a whole. Innovate is our focus on employers, and so we believe that if you are going to develop the right skills for young people so that they succeed and the economy succeeds, that we need to engage employers better. And in the UK, we don't always see that in the most effective way, and so we are working really closely with our employer networks to look at how do we engage them so that they get the skills that they need, and so the young people get the careers that they need as well. You need to engage employers, but you also need to invest in your educators. And for us, as I'm sure for many of the members, those who are teaching and training in your colleges, in your schools, in your training providers, are the absolute unsung heroes of the TVET system. And in the UK, we want to make sure we invest in them and that we create an element of prestige and professionalism in what they do because they are so valuable. And so we have developed a number of programs. One I'm going to talk about, which is the Centre of Excellence. and another, which is the Innovation Network, and also resources, which we call the Skills Development Hub. Now, I can't talk about all of those in detail, but all of those are around how we're taking learning from being involved in the international community and bringing that back into the UK and making it usable, not just for those that are involved in competitions, but also for the wider TVET network. And finally, if you have employers with the jobs and the skills they need, if you have educators that can train to high quality, world-class standards, then you still have got to inspire and engage the young people so that they are inspired by the thought of a career in vocational education. And so a huge part of what we do is around creating role models, is around providing high quality advice, and inspiring young people, but also their parents and mentors to make sure that actually a career in TVET is something that they consider as a first choice. And all of this is underpinned by the amazing privilege it is to be part of the international community. And so all of these things, we are constantly looking for ways to draw on the experience of other members to kind of to make that a more attractive offer. So those are the kind of three areas. And I did want to talk just briefly about the Centre of Excellence, which is our newest development. So next slide, please. So in 2019, we produced a report with Oxford University that was called Good People in a Flawed System. And it looked at why, if in the UK we have access to world-class standards and we can train to world-class standards through World Skills, are we not seeing that replicated more broadly across the sector? There were lots of recommendations, but the main one was around creating a mechanism by which you can bring that learning back and embed it in the system. So we partnered with NCFE, which is a large awarding body in the UK, the body that's involved in qualifications and giving qualifications. We invested in a 3-year pilot. And this pilot has a number of elements. The core element is around a trainer-trainer. So taking the expertise from training young people to world-class standards and helping to pass on the methodologies, the approaches, some of the kind of tricks of the trade, so that actually that can be used in colleges and training providers across the UK. That's delivered by our UK experts who know what it is to train someone to world class and know what it is to compete on the world stage. Secondly, we've been increasing our digital workshops and digital resources so that we are not constrained by the scale of the project, but we can make sure that everyone has access to these insights. We believe that there is a need to approach the teaching and learning, but also the systemic or structural approach to excellence in the UK. And so we are using our expertise to try and influence the change and the evolution of standards so that actually they are benchmarked against international standards, which is why we are so excited about the World Skills International Development, the World Skills Development Centre for Occupational Standards, which will be based in Finland, which Michael talked about earlier. So we think that is a massive step forward for the movement and will help to drive quality in TVET. And finally on that, we're always looking at how we transfer global insights. And so the agreements we have with members around further collaboration will continue to feed into that programme. And we hope that as we get this developed, it's something that we will be happy to talk to anyone about in terms of how they could do the same thing in their country. So just a few quick points on that. The aim is that we will support over 42,000 young people through this programme over the 3 years. We just launched year 2 with a further 17 colleges and training providers. We want to make sure that educators feel invested in and that they are able to be world-class teachers in the art of teaching. Because we all know it's not a science, it's an art and it's an approach. And so we want to make sure that they feel confident in that. And finally, we want to ultimately drive systemic change in the UK so that the UK is set up to teach to excellence rather than competence. I think I'm slightly out of time there. Thank you very much for the opportunity to share what we're doing. It has been brilliant to hear from other speakers and really exciting to hear about what's going on across the World Skills Movement. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Mr. Ben Blackridge, and we're very excited to hear from you. He's just been elected to the board of World Skills in Europe. Congratulations, Ben. Now, moving on, our next speaker is not online. He is on site. In fact, he's just right beside me, waiting to speak to you. He's from Chinese Taipei Technical Delegate, Mr. Chen Mingshan. Please, welcome with our applause.
Thank you, Eddie, for your kind introduction. Good afternoon and good day. In the past 3 years, Chinese Taipei made a lot of effort on the World Scale Capacity Building Center. Today, I'm so excited. My expert will share his the valuable experience and insight. So, next 10 minutes, my presentation will focus on 2 parts. One is whatever we met on the center and highlight the web page. Second part is central. My expert will bring his story to the table. Talking about the effort we met, 3 years ago, 2019, Chinese Taipei, worked with World Scale International, launched the second World Scale Capacity Building Center. And we advanced the scale development with partner country in many ways, including scale cooperation and the scale training. Last year, 2019, as you know, COVID-19 outbreak. And so some digital video has been developed for expert training. Also, we joined the World Scale Africa programming and hosted the Scale Cooperation Symposium this year. Not yet to the normal. More digital video and the WSI, the Africa programming on the way. What's more, online the training is going, and we are more than happy to work with the UK and the Jamaica under the going for the scale excellence. This is just the beginning. Going forward, we would like to explore the more development in the scale training and cooperation in the near future. Okay, I'm not sure you ever visit our web page before. If you would like to cooperate with Chinese Taipei, you just download the cooperation project form and fill out the form, email to the technical delegate. After confirmation, you can get started the cooperation. It's just very, very easy. And meanwhile, more training material are added to the web page in order to develop it as an alternative for the user to develop their skill set. And now let's take a look at a video about the Chinese Taipei's World Scale Capacity Building Center web page. 慢慢播放影片。
In 2019, Chinese Taipei and WorldSkills International established WorldSkills Capacity Building Center, the platform of skills sharing. We hope to collaborate with countries all over the world in advancing skills development. To extend our reach, the CBC webpage has been launched under the website of WorldSkills Chinese Taipei. The webpage is aimed at performing the following 4 functions. First, to introduce Chinese Taipei's CBC's purpose and areas of cooperation. Second, to provide information and proposal form for countries and regions interested in skills cooperation with Chinese Taipei. Once you send a proposal to the technical delegate of Chinese Taipei, you start a new chapter of skills exchange. Third, to continue helping elevate skills level during the COVID-19 pandemic that has drastically increased the demand for digital learning. Training videos are produced and available on the CBC webpage. Fourth, to share the fruits of Chinese Taipei's international skills cooperation and exchange and regularly held seminars. All activity clips are also there for your interest. Now let's see how to get to the CBC webpage easily. You can type WorldSkills Chinese Taipei in the search engine, or just enter wsc.wda.gov.tw to get to the website of the WorldSkills Chinese Taipei. In the top navigation menu, you'll find CBC's hyperlink and 4 subpages in the drop-down menu. They direct you to Chinese Taipei's CBC's introduction, cooperation proposal form, and procedure flowchart, various skills training videos, activities videos clips, and so on. All are up there on the CBC webpage. It is the pleasure of Chinese Taipei to collaborate with you in strengthening youth skills and achieving sustainable skills development. Empower your future with the Capacity Building Center in Chinese Taipei, the platform of skills sharing.
Okay, following is the case sharing. Please, let's welcome the National Chief Expert, Mr. Chen Wencong.
Good afternoon, everybody. My name is Tony Chen. Today, I'm very happy to share with you about my experience involving in WorldSkills Africa 2020 to 2022. In order to help the young people in Africa to empower their personal fulfillment, a skill competition will be hosted by WorldSkills Namibia in Scotland in 2022. There will be 16 skills in this competition, 32 WorldSkills experts from 19 countries, and 16 national experts from the 12 Africa countries involved. Since this will be the first Africa skill competition, there will be a big event. However, the competition have to follow the WorldSkills WSI standard. There are lots of documents need to develop. I have in charge the restaurant service. My deputy chief expert is Ray Collin from the island. I have known Ray for many years, and I feel honored and appreciated to work with him. There are 9 countries in Africa will be participating in our field. When the project began in July 2020, it was the first wave of the pandemic. There's no way that we can travel to the Africa or to Ireland to meet with other experts. So it's very challenging for me because the DCE and I have worked together to develop many documents. We can only meet online, and sometimes the communication fails and it causes a lot of trouble. In order to have all the participants understand the skill competition, we also have to attend the capacity build workshop monthly hosted by WSI. The workshop is very helpful. I have updated a lot of information about WorldSkills competitions such as marking and duels. In order to get familiar with the other Africa experts, and share idea with them. We can only communicate through the different platforms such as forum, room, WhatsApp. Every time we can call for meeting, we have to consider that we are different time zone. It causes more trouble for us to communicate well. However, we finally created all the documents for this competition successfully. I think we will have a good competition happening in Namibia in 2022. Okay, so the next page, this page just shows the timeline for the WorldSkills Africa project. It has been run about 1 year and 10 months. It began in the last summer, and we have to share our progress report in the beginning of this year. Also, we have to develop the different type of the document shoot for the African standard and context. Now we almost have all the required documents already. We will have to think about how to have the competitor for training. Next page. This is a very unique experience for me to join this project. In the beginning, I felt stressful and transparent. I almost went to quit this title because I didn't know too much about the agriculture. I have only been to South Africa, less of the cultural knowledge. I don't feel like I have enough confidence to be the chief expert, the position. However, after going through the more capacity building workshop and talking more about with the other African experts, I understand more about their culture. And eventually, Ray and I developed a test project which is suitable for the African context. The second thing that I learned about is the cross-cultural communication issue. Since the technology and the internet is so convenient in Taiwan, I think this situation should be the same in other countries. I'm now aware that internet connection can be a problem in some every country. Thus, in the very beginning, I wrote an email to them and I called for some online meeting. There are no responses from the African experts. Then we switched to the WhatsApp and we all communicate very well. It takes time to learn about what should be the most effective way to communicate with other people from a different part of the world. I have been participating in WorldSkills competition for so many times. This project is quite unique and challenging. I believe without other members' help, I won't be able to finish this task alone. We have to work as a team to adjust the test project and the marking scheme, like criteria, in order to fit the African context. In addition, the contribution from the African experts are also very important. They share their opinion and idea to make this competition more meaningfully. So now, Ray and I have developed a technical description and test project for this competition. Now, how can I help them to prepare for the competition? How can we help them to train? Now, the pandemic is still serious. What can we do? A WorldSkills Capacity Building Center was created by WorldSkills Taiwanese Taipei. We have created some restaurant service skill training video. They are online, and everyone can watch the video online. It is free. I think this can be the excellent training resource for the African competitor and the expert. We create this video for training purpose and to assist the skill developed to others. 请播放影片。
Dear guests, the sparkling wine today is from Italy. Its alcohol by volume is 7.6%. This champagne also has a sweet aftertaste and delicate bubbles, which give a sense of freshness. Later I will open the bottle for you at the workstation. Thank you.
Okay, this is a video is part of our task, how to open the champagne. 可以关了。
Thank you. I think I can end the video here.
All right. This is at the end of my presentation. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much for this wonderful presentation. Thank you. And video. Thank you, sir. Thank you, Mr. Chen Wenzong. Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, we have one more speaker joining us online before we go into our panel discussion. This speaker is the technical delegate of Malaysia, serving also as the vocational training officer under the Department of Skills Development from the Ministry of Human Resource of Malaysia, speaking about the topic of World Skills Asia competition in Malaysia in the year 2023. Let us welcome Mr. Mohammed Zuhdi Ibrahim, technical delegate, Malaysia.
Thank you, Mr. Moderator. Good afternoon and good day, everyone. Distinguished guests, delegates, speakers, and audience. As we know that the regional organization development is one of the main focus area in the World Skills International Vision 2025. Therefore, World Skills Asia plays an important role in developing young talents in Asia continent. As Asia is the largest continent, consists of 60% of the world population.
I believe this is some technical issue again with the internet. Speaking to us right now is Mohammed Zuhdi Ibrahim, technical delegate for Malaysia. I'm going to keep my fingers crossed until he comes back.
Assembly 2020. Okay, I'm sorry because I have a connectivity issue. Okay, next slide. Okay, I will continue. Next, the previous slide. This is an overview of my presentation. I will start with some background of the World Skills Asia, followed by the previous competition of World Skills Asia. Then I share our plan regarding the hosting 2023 World Skills Asia competitions, and some about the Malaysia experience in conducting international skills competition, and the impact of the hosting the international competition to our country. Okay, next. Here is some background of World Skills Asia. As maybe most of you know about the World Skills Asia. It's an international non-profit organization of ASEAN members country. The purpose is to promote quality technical skills and vocational education. And they are focusing on 4 major pillars of the program. First, promoting skills, education and training, international cooperation, and of course, skills competitions. Okay, next. This is the previous World Skills Asia activity. The first competition is held in Abu Dhabi in 2018. There were 21 countries joined the competition at that time. And this year, because of pandemic, the World Skills Asia have World Skills Asia Online Friendly Skills Games 2021 that held on July until August this year, and participation by 26 countries involved of 20 skills area, and Malaysia was host country for the graphic design technology for youth and junior category, and for mechanical engineering CAD also for youth and junior category, and for cloud computing. Okay, next slide, please. Next is our plan of the World Skills Asia schedule, starting on the 16th of October 2023 until 24th of October. and we will have an opening ceremony we plan on 19th October, followed by 3 days competition, and closing ceremony will be on 23 of October. Okay, next. Our proposed venue, we have 3 options. This is all this venue is in the Klang Valley. The first one is Center for Instructor and Advanced Skill Training, or SIAS, in Shah Alam, Selangor. This is one of the technical and skills training institution under the Ministry of Human Resource Malaysia. This is located 50 kilometers from Kuala Lumpur International Airport and 27 kilometers to the city center of Kuala Lumpur. And the second proposed venue will be at Malaysian Construction Academy. This is a training institution under the Ministry of Work, focusing on construction and building sector. It is located in the middle of Kuala Lumpur, only 5 kilometers from Kuala Lumpur city center and 55 kilometers from KLIA. And the third option is Malaysia Agro Exposition Park Serdang, or MAEPS. This is also in Selangor, and it's located 58 kilometers from KLIA and 30 kilometers from Kuala Lumpur. We will finalize the venue when the competition come to the place. Maybe before we invite the country to join, we will confirm the venue of the competition. Okay, next. About the skills area that we will conduct, we have actually 3 categories. The first one is youth category. We have 26 category planned, where 19 of that is face-to-face competition. This is the skills area that we plan. Next. And due to the success of the experience of the success of online friendly skills game, we propose to have a few skills area, 7 skill area to conduct through online. This is the skill area is more on computer or ICT based. And for junior category, we propose next slide. For junior category, we propose 9 skills area. And also we propose for online skills competition for 5 skills area. And next, and we also, to promote future skill, we propose 4 skills area for future skills. This is a demonstration type of competition, not the official skills. Okay, next slide. And expected participation for this competition, we have 26 skills for youth, 9 skills for junior, and 4 future skill. We expect 39 countries, include guest countries, to join this competition, and with 1,500 delegation, and we target for minimum 4 countries will join for each skills area. Okay, next, this is the list of WorldSkills Asia members, whereas 26 countries. Next slide. And this some Malaysia experience in conducting international skills competition. We have hosting ASEAN skills competition for 3 times. The first one in 1995, 2008, and 2016. And in 2016, we have a very positive feedback from ASEAN delegates. We offer 25 skills area, and we provide optimal facilities and infrastructure and a suitable workshop area for the competitors. And we have more than 1,000 delegates and more than 120,000 visitors. We also have the side event like Ski Expo and Carnival, ASEAN Tibet Conference, Malaysia Book of Record, and Try Our Skills. And for this Asia Skills, World Ski Asia to 2023, we also plan to have some side event like Expo or Carnival to promote the skills area, the skills training. Okay, next. You can travel to Malaysia through two main international airports, which are Kuala Lumpur International Airport and Kuala Lumpur International Airport 2, or KLIA 2. Currently, there are more than 100 international routes operate in KLIA from various airlines. And through this World Ski Asia hosting, we expect some impacts to our country. The first one is establishment of Tibet strategic cooperation among ASEAN countries. Number two, knowledge sharing and exchange among members. Number three, promoting Tibet as an effective route into employment at national and international level. And next, to stimulate tourism and hospitality-related activities in the post-pandemic era. As we know, the tourism is the most affected sector from this pandemic. And the last one is transformational impact on competitors, training institutions, and industries. With that, I finish my presentation. Thank you for your attention.
Thank you very much for this wonderful presentation. Thank you, Mr. Muhammad Zudi Ibrahim, Techno Delegate from Malaysia. Terima kasih. Ladies and gentlemen, it is time for our panel discussion. In order to go into our panel discussion, may I ask everyone joining us here online, if you're joining us here online, please turn on your camera for the Meet system. You must turn on your camera so we can see you. Also, you must turn on your microphone so we can hear you, because we want to see you and hear you for the discussion of the panel discussion, okay? Let's see if everyone's online. And now, as we speak, I believe it is time to turn things over to our moderator. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome WSI board member, Mr. Lin Sangui, our former deputy minister. Please take us away. The floor is all yours, moderator, Mr. Lin.
Thank you, Andy. Also, I would just say thank you to all speakers this symposium. I think you can see that they provide very precious and valuable information and practice. Of course, unfortunately, we only have 10 minutes to each speakers. Otherwise, I think they can provide even more. But in short, I believe that they send a message to us. It means that pandemic, yes, pandemic maybe could interrupt, but a pandemic will never stop us move forward on skill development, no matter in globally, regionally, or nationally, even locally. So I think they provide very, very good information to us. We are running out of time, but I will see that maybe you, all participants have some question would like to raise here. Maybe you can take one or two questions, and every speaker will leave the message, contact information. So if you have the furthermore question, you can contact them, or even you can contact Participating Center, Chinese Taipei. They will forward your question to different speakers. Now, is there any question raised? You can speak either English or Mandarin. I think that our professional interpreter will help you to interpret. Okay, any question? Or any you would like to ask any speaker? Yes, I didn't see anyone raise their hand. Maybe one of the reasons is because we are running out of the time. It's almost over the 5 o'clock. So if there is no question right now, maybe just like I mentioned that, you can contact a different speaker, or you can ask the Chinese Taipei to forward your question after the symposium. Okay. If there's no question, I will conclude our symposium today. Again, thank you everyone still in this room, and also thank you everyone online. I hope you enjoyed the symposium today, and we look forward to have more cooperation in the future. Thank you. Thank you again.
Ladies and gentlemen, many thanks to our moderator, Mr. Lin Sangui. Thank you so much. Ladies and gentlemen, I believe as instructed by our former Deputy Minister, Mr. Lin Sangui, WSI board member, this officially wraps up our second Skills Cooperation Symposium. Thank you once again for joining us on-site and online. We'll see you next time, and in the meantime, please take care of yourself and the people around you, because COVID-19 is still ongoing. Be safe. Thank you. Thank you, everyone. Thank you. Please wave your hand. All those online participants, please wave your hand. Thank you. Thank you for joining us. We are the Ministry of Labor, Workforce Development Agency. Thank you for joining us. This is Skills Cooperation Symposium from Taipei. Thank you.耳机留在座位上，同步口译耳机，麻烦请就留在原位就好了，谢谢，谢谢各位长官、各位贵宾。同步口译耳机，请留在座位上就好了，感谢您，谢谢您的参与 ，Thank you very much， 谢谢。